Tastes good. G'day everyone, how are you doing? How is your Friday? Welcome to my stream. If you're joining me for the very first time, g'day, and my name is Be Asian Dad. I can hopefully see you guys on there. Hopefully this audio is coming through and the lights are coming through as well too. How are you guys doing on Friday night? I was meant to try and do the stream yesterday night. I just got so packed out and I really just got tired itself as well too. Anyway, hopefully I think I've just dropped a whole bunch of people. We'll just see if this is going to come through. If you guys can see me, do say it. G'day Aria, it's good to see you join me. It's fantastic there. How are you doing, mate? Hopefully you're doing well and you're hopefully not trying to stay away from the COVID down there. So that's good to see that you've joined me as well too. Anyway, what I'm going to do is we're going to do the usual live stream part near the end of the video. I'm going to straight away get into the unboxing of this Dell Optiplex 7090 micro. This is a micro actually. So this was actually quite hard to actually find information about because there's not much information about it at all. So I guess maybe I might be the very first to actually have one of these in there, which is great. So Dell built me one for what I normally would order. So it's great to see this little thing, and let's get into the unboxing itself. So if you don't know what the micro is, now I've actually done one already. I've done I think it was Optiplex 7070. I've also done the 7080. So this is the 7090. Optiplex, so it's a micro little form, so it's usually around about the 1 litre mark. I think it's a little bit less than 1 litre, but we'll find out. Anyway, as always, we've got the trusty knife. Now, as always, if you've got questions about this computer, shoot it in the chat and I'll slowly answer that as well too. G'day, how are you doing? Sorry, if you see me looking on the left hand side, because that's where my window is for the actual chat, that is it. Junoro, that's kind of cool. That's a nice, neat name there. And hello from there from Pakistan. Hello from Australia. All right, let's get on to the unboxing. As I've got my good old trusty knife here. Let's get on. Let's see. We've only got one slit to do anyway, so that's hopefully a lot easier to do. Also, I've just literally missed that. There we go. That's nice and easy. Let's chuck this one back on. Hopefully we don't need this knife again. Let's bring this out. Oh, all right. What do we got here? It's quite small. Like the box itself, that's really all I got was just the box itself anyway. So we've got the keyboard. I'm not going to unpack the keyboard because that's just a USB keyboard, your usual business class keyboard. I think it's the I might as well unpack just so you can have a look at it. I think it's the K216, KM216. That's one here. It's not your normal USB ones here. That's pretty much it. So nothing special about that one there. So I'll just chuck that away. Whoa, that's awesome. And I might just chuck this onto, actually I'll chuck it onto the side anyway. We don't really need it anyway later on. Okay, what else is actually in this box itself? Then we got just some cardboard. It's nice to see that we're using cardboard, so it's more sustainable, which is great. Oh, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, as always, let's have a look at the power supply. That's this one over here. So we've got a power supply. It is using a barrel style power supply here. And this power supply is a 90-watt power supply, so it hasn't really changed since the previous one. That's kind of neat to see. And we've got 3-prong at the end, and again, power cable here right at the end here. I'm just going to chuck this onto the side. We probably won't need them a little bit later on. Right over here, we've got the mouse. Again, this one here, it's got a USB mouse. I think you can actually package these with the wireless Bluetooth ones. I'm going to check that on the other side there. I don't really need it at the moment. What else have we got in here? Of course, we've got the unit. Oh, here's the unit. It's actually quite small. Again, nice and neat. I love these nice little stuff. I'll come back to it in a moment. So I'm going to just pop it right here. And let's have a look at what we've got here. We've got some documentations, blah, don't need it anyway. And we've also got this one here is the antenna for the Wi-Fi, which is kind of neat. So I'm just going to drop that out, chuck that in. Whoa, there we go. And that's pretty much all there is. So I'm just going to chuck that away. There you go. All right, now, so this one here goes right at the back. So we'll have a look at that. So I'm just going to screw that in. So it means it's got Wi-Fi. You don't need to have the Ethernet in there if you don't need it, which is kind of neat. So it's good to see they actually included that in. Most of them should actually include it in, so it's not internal. Having an antenna is always good. I think that's always the best thing as well too. G'day Mohammed, thanks for joining me as well too. It's good to see you there. How's your Friday afternoon? Oh, it's Friday actually. All right, we might have a look at just a quick feel of this. It hasn't really changed since the previous model for the 7080. That hasn't really looked looks a little bit similar, maybe a little bit more curvier. I don't think there's much change. I think really they've done is just change the guts of it really, and that's pretty much about it. So yeah, it hasn't really got changed in terms of what it looks like, but let's have a look at the ports anyway. So I think the ports might have changed in this one here there. Okay, I've got USB Type A, so it's 3.2 Gen 2 port. Now it's got power share as well on the front, and then we've got USB Type C, so that's new. That's good to see they finally get some USB Type C in this, and I think that's coming through a lot through the Optiplex 7090s range in a way. So it's good to see they've got USB Type C. I was actually hoping, even when I was building my own computer, I was trying to find a case that had USB Type C, and that was very difficult to find. So it's good to see the OEMs are actually putting USB Type C in, because it's just nice and easier. We don't really need the USB Type A sometimes. A lot of our new cables are USB Type C to USB Type C anyway, so it's very good. All right, and what else have we got here? We've got I think that's audio out, and then we've got the headphone jack as well too. I think it's audio out, isn't it, or audio in? But either way, I'll have a look at it later on. And the power button, not much there on the back, but like I said, the USB Type C is the new thing, and I think that's kind of cool. Now look at the back here, we've got the Ethernet. Actually, I should actually do something. I actually did have this all programmed for you guys, and rather than actually for you guys struggling, I'll just chuck into this one here. There we go. This might actually help you guys out. Hopefully that might help you out. I don't know if I've got enough light here anyway, so you can see the actual volume here. So we've got the good old USB Type A port. We've got a Type C port, and then we've got probably audio in, and then headphone jack as well too. That's kind of neat. And let's have a look at the back here. Okay, hopefully that might be able to, oh, it's really difficult there. Okay, here we go. And we've got the RJ45, and then 4 USB Type A ports. Now I can see that the top 2 have power share, I think they are. And then we've got the Kensington lock, and then we've got 2 full-size display ports, and then of course the AC power barrels plugged into here, and then it's plugged in here. Now this, I can see it should be able to take in, I know this one can actually take in a discrete graphics. Now the discrete graphics it can take in is a Radeon RX 640 for it, so it's only a very puny little small card for this one here. I think the precisions you'll find actually can take the quadros in here, but that's all it can take for this one here on Mac. So I am going to try and see if we want to open this up and just have a look at it. Hey, well, might as well do that. Let's see if I can just bring this webcam here. So I'm just going to move this webcam here just so you can have a look at it. And I'm going to actually see if I can point this webcam just so you guys make it easier for what we're going to have a look into here. Hopefully that will help you guys out. No HDMI. Yeah, there is no HDMI, which is a bit of a pity. It would have been nice to have HDMI port, but no, there is no HDMI port. It's just 2 display ports here. But most of the time you find, actually you are right, having a HDMI port would be fantastic for these type of computers, because these are very good for audio visual computers, or even just presentation, or just connecting to TVs in a way. So yeah, I'm very surprised. It'll be a good suggestion. I think you have made a fantastic suggestion there. Now, Multi-Nag, is that how you pronounce your name? Thanks for joining me as well too. Anyway, let's try and open this up and have a look at it. Oh, well, this is quite tight, so let me go grab a screwdriver, which will help me out. Let's get a screwdriver here, and let me just kind of, for the first time, you probably just need to do that, undo that very easily. After that, it's probably just thumb screw, and after that anyway. So this here is also a cable tie for the Kensington lock, which is this one here. So you can actually lock it up so no people can open this up to take it on anyway. So good to see. All right, so all you need to do for this one here, let's see if I can get this straight for you guys anyway. Hopefully you can see that better. And you just need to push this out. Unless I need to go all the way through for this one here. Oh yeah, looks like I need to go all the way through for this. There we go, that's out there. All right. And pretty much you should be able just to pull this out, unless I've made myself a fool of myself, because that's how you used to do it. Now let me just sort of have a look at, oh sorry, that's just gone itself that way there. I have looked like a fool myself, isn't it? Dell, you're gonna make, oh sorry, it's go forward. My fault, go forward. Well, let's see if I can get this thing. I've been trying to push it back because I've been working off another computer that was like the bigger Optiplex, and this one actually is other way. You actually, instead of pushing it backwards, you actually meant to push it forwards. So push it forwards, and that's about it. So let's have a look at what the guts of this is in here. I'm hoping this will be, oh, sorry. I don't have a camera kind of set up. I need to actually get a nice big stand up here so I can actually have a downwards camera. This is the best I can do, right? It's just so you can have a look at what it is. So I think what I might do is I'll just try to pop this up so it gets a little bit better angle here for you. Hopefully that will help you guys out. Does that kind of help you guys out? Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, I can definitely see they've got a 2.5-inch caddy here. So let's kind of remove this off. Now, how to remove this off? We go forward, push it towards the front, and then you should be able just to lift that up. Yeah. And of course it's screwless here because we've got these little pinholes there, so that's kind of neat. Let's just put that aside. Okay, there's the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi here. And then we've got one slot of M.2, and there's a second slot of M.2 as well too. So you got two slots you can put it in. And of course, this is where the graphics card can actually, sorry, not the graphics card, that's where this slot here is for the 2.5-inch SATA hard drive. So that's the header for it as well too. Now, above there is more than likely, sorry, not above there, on this side is where you might actually find the discrete graphics if you have that option in here. Now, of course, see there's the, okay, so there's the video cable here. Then we've got Type-C cable. We don't really need any of these things here. That's about it. Now, I can also see the RAM is going to be around in there. Now, it's got two slots of M slots. Let's see if I can get into them. Now, let's see what I got to do to get into it. Ah, I think I'll get to the screws. Okay. Let's get the screws off. Oh, let me get these screws off, hey? Let's have a look. I know you guys are interested in this, so we might as well go have a look at it. It's good after all the Apple Mini M1. Is it as good as a Apple Mini Mac M1? Oh, that's hard to say. The reason why I'm saying this is hard to say is because this one here I've got is a 10th gen Intel i5. Is it Intel i5? Let me double check on the side. Yeah, I've got the Intel i5. They do have the 11th gen as well, so this one can be configured with either the 10th gen i3, i5, i7, and even the i9, or I can see from the spec sheet you can also get the 11th gen Intel i3, i5, i7, and the i9 for the Intel 11th gen as well. Now that is the G series or the U series rather than the Tiger Lake's H series. So I think when you compare the performance of the Apple M1 with the 11th gen the G series or the U series, what we would call it, you will find that the Apple is a little bit tad faster still. But if it's got the H processor, which is the Tiger Lake H processor, you may find that's quite the opposite there. I haven't fully got it all out, so sorry, just to explain what I'm doing now is I'm actually squeezing these two after undoing the 3 screws. I'm squeezing these two here, and then you should be able to get this fan assembly off. So I'm just doing it regularly. So this is my very first time, so I'm doing it for the very first time as well too. Oh, I'm just trying to remove, get them off. If I undo all the screws, I just want to make sure I haven't undone all the screws. Is the reason why. I was too busy talking. There we go, that's come off. I can see that one fell off, and I'll just make sure this one's off. All right. I'm seeing this computer for the first time, so I'm working this, I'm taking my initiative to how to actually remove this off as well too. So, come off. Okay, there's that one off. What's happening off here? Because all I want to do is just show you the RAM sticks. That's pretty much it. Okay, oh, there we go. All right, come off. We just need this one to come off. Squeeze E2, and is it coming off? Oh, sorry. What I needed to do, I think what I need to do is, now what it's stuck on. I'm just having a look what it's stuck on at the moment. Okay, I just need to actually hold down this one here. So I need to actually hold down this. Is it going to come off here? what's coming on, what's latching onto it. I'm just trying to find what's latching onto it at the moment. Oh, silly me. I needed to actually take this fan pin off here. Let's might just do that. Sorry, I'm going to take this a little bit easier so I can actually get this fan pin, because this is what's holding this thing in at the moment, is this fan pin. Oh, sorry, it's not fan pin. I just got to undo that. That's what was holding it all in. This little cable here, if you can see. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to have a check. This little cable here was kind of like in here, holding it in properly, and it was just getting tangled up here. So just move that cable away, and then the fan assembly comes off very easily. That was what was the problem. Okay, and of course I've got this connected to this one here, which I'll leave on. I'm not fancy on that one there. So here we go. We've got 2 DIMM slots. Now I've got 16 gigs of RAM configured on this computer here that Dell has given me. Now you can go up to 64 gigs, so you can have 232 DIMM slot gigs, and they are, well, this one says is a PC 3200, but I know the speed of this can only go about 2066. So that's the actual speed of the RAM. And of course, underneath this heatsink is the CPU. I don't think I'm going to go through that far. You will very rarely will actually need to actually take the CPU off anyway. I'm not going to take it off because I don't really want to have it. So in truth, you don't even need to actually take this pin off, which I should put this on later on, because I can definitely see I've now kind of taken it off from the CPU there. So you don't need to actually take this off. All you need to do is actually untake these things off. What was causing the issue was this little cable here anyway. So anyway, that's just a quick teardown on what you can see what's internally of this Optiplex 7090. I hope that was a little bit useful for you. Let me kind of just see if I can move this back to my usual view. So give me a second there. How you doing there? Okay, now where is that? All right, let's just move that across down there, and I'm going to put this back to bed. I'm going to put this thing back together again, off camera, just because I know I've just taken this heat sink off, and I'm going to apply some thermal paste back onto it just in case. I'll just double check that anyway, so I'll do that off camera. I'll just move this across to the side, but at least you get to see the internals and just have a so rather than just tell you what's in there. At least you can see what you can upgrade there. Anyway, so if you've got questions, shoot them in the chat. If not, I'm just going to treat this part as the Friday, another actual live stream, because I did a live stream on Wednesday when I normally do my live streams, and I'm just a Friday, and I'm just going to do just a little bit just to help you guys out. If not, I might stream it only up to about 25 minutes at the most, and then call it a night. It is Friday night, and I'm going to take it easy after that anyway. But how are you guys doing anyway? I'd love to hear what you guys are up to on Friday and what you guys got planned for the weekend. I am also watching the markets at the moment, because it's interesting to see. I'm actually learning about, just while I'm at it. Actually, there's other thing I actually brought in as well. So sorry. Here's another thing I actually bought today, because I had to replace it. I had to get another sound meter because my good old, where is my one? Where is it? I've lost it. I've already lost it. My other sound meter literally died on me. That was a little bit of a cheapy one. So because the YouTube channels, you guys have been supporting me very well for either buying products and stuff, I just finally actually managed to upgrade that there. So that's a little sound decibel meter here. Now, this one's a little bit way more expensive than the previous one. Not crazy expensive. This is not like extreme professional level, because I had a chat with some of the experts, and I didn't really need to go to calibrate, because I'm not using it legally or anything like that. So this was the next best thing. It still is quite expensive, and it's kind of nice. I think it came with a box and stuff. I haven't actually opened it up yet. I had a look in the shop. Oh, it's got a fancy case, isn't it? What's this thing got? Oh, documentation. I'll need that. I actually do need that to actually read that. I'm not very useful in sound. Here's a little thing. Oh, it's gotten bigger. It's twice the size of what it was before. It's got a big dead cat on top here. That's nice. And then I've got some peeling things. Do I need this stuff on here? Nah, let's take that off. There. And, ooh, there we go. Hopefully this is going to be, it's got decibel type C and type A. I'll be mostly using type A. most of the times. That's just to keep it consistent decibel A in a way. So this one could do a few more functions. I have to read about it anyway. So hopefully that you'll see that in the later videos as well too. So that's kind of neat. Just the other thing that Friday had to go get to replace one of the dead ones. So that was because of the Dell Latitude 5420. I was actually trying to do the decibel reading, just redo it again, just to double check. And I just found out my sound meter was dead. Well, it's not dead, it's just wonky, and I just couldn't believe it. So I went, nah, it's time to upgrade, and here we go, we got that sort of thing. So now the other thing I'm actually looking into is, I'm not sure if you guys are interested in, is radiation out of a product. I actually was looking at a radiation meter. I don't know if that's something that you guys would be interested in or not, but that's something I'm looking into, is maybe get a radiation level meter measuring things sort of thing anyway. So it'd be cool in a way. So, okay, let's see, Hava, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Again, I'm a very bad name. I can't even say my name again anyway. So, how are you? And thanks for joining me. I love your videos. Thank you. You deserve more. Thank you very much. It'd be nice today, but I'll just keep creating these videos for you guys that hopefully be helpful as well too. So, and if even one viewer views it, that's more than what I actually needed, because if it can help one person, that's all I can really wish for anyway. So that's nice to know. But thank you very much for your compliment there, and I'm hoping you're doing well. And now, where are you actually from? Because that's a very interesting name. I love hearing where names from different countries. It's just absolutely fantastic in a way. So yeah. But yeah, you guys got any other questions there? I'm just taking it easy as well too. So now, as for another thing that I actually got, I did not unbox this on camera. I actually managed to get a Dell Precision 3420. I think it's a slimline one. It's about the size of this. Probably about double the width of this. Sorry, I don't have it here because I left it at work, because I'm already testing it already. So it's about double the size of this. So it's still very small. It's a workstation class. It's a precision class there. And that one there, I think I've got an i5. No, I'm not sure if it's a Xeon or not, but it could be either i7 or Xeon. I can't remember. But what's really interesting is it's also got a Quadro RTX 3000 in there, in a small thing like this, okay? And it can produce some pretty decent heat, I can tell you that, because I'm stress testing it right now. And it's not really that crazy loud neither. So I should have unboxed it, but I was just impatient because I was like, oh, I might as well have a quick look, because I want to quickly do the testing so I can spit out that video out to you guys anyway. So that was the Precision 3420, I think it's called. It's a new slim little compact size as well too. Not used like the big small form factors or the mini towers anyway. So that's a very interesting factor I saw. So it's like nearly a 1 liter sort of form there anyway. So that's, be on the lookout for that one there. India, interesting. I hope you're doing well, and I'm not sure. I hope you're staying away from all the health and staying healthy as well too. And hopefully the crisis will go down there. I know a number of you guys are actually from India. I know Aria's from India as well too. So you guys are fantastic for supporting me as well too. Absolutely great, guys. Can you please make a review on the Precision 3560 and the 3561, as I'm looking to buy one of them? Will be very helpful. Yeah, well, I'm gonna try and get them in. I think the 3560. Ooh, I don't know if I've got that coming in yet. I am going to try and get that in. Now, I'm probably more than likely be interested in getting the 3561 for the H series processor there, the Tiger Light H series, because I am trying to get after that at the moment. It seems to be a chipset problem there to get any of those at the moment, especially from Intel or even from Dell anyway. So I'm very interested to get one of those in. But I will try, my mate. I will try to get one of those in. So I'll see what I can do for that, because it's interesting desktop as well too. For that. Oh no, so that's not the desktop, that's the laptop. So you're talking about the laptop, which is the 15-inch laptop there. So I'm going to be trying to get that 34. I know I've got the 3460 on the way, but I haven't got the 35. Is it 3460? I can't remember which one. It's been ordered since when it was announced, which was January. Yeah, January. And it just hasn't arrived. Hasn't rocked up yet. So I'm going to try. G'day Oliver, how are you doing? Rosa. So yeah, we'll see what we can do with that. I think it is the 3460 that was on order. But I don't know, it hasn't rocked up yet. We'll find out when that happens anyway. But I like to see the 3561, which will be the Tiger Lake H. That should be pretty sweet there. Anyway, how you doing, Oliver? Thanks for joining me on the channel as well too, and hope you're having a good Friday afternoon as well. Weekend hopefully will be good because we got some good weather. It's been starting to get cold. As you can see, I'm on a long sleeve already. So yeah. Anyway, you guys got any questions about anything there? And so yeah, get out, Oliver. Just to let you know, I was doing a teardown on the Optiplex 7090 micro. So we just teared it down, and I think I went a little bit too far because I kind of took the heatsink off the CPU. So I'm going to apply some thermal paste back onto that one just in case. I think it is. Yeah, it is. I'm going to apply some thermal paste onto that later on. I'll put it back together after this anyway. So, but yeah, do rewatch the actual stream later on where we can at least people can see what's inside of this anyway. So it's kind of nice and neat anyway. So yes. All right, please, the 6561 seems like an exciting laptop with the HC specs looking better than the Ryzen chip. Yeah, I'm going to be very interested to see how the Tiger Lake H processor compares to the Ryzen chip. I was hearing from the other guys over in America, which is the PC World. They were already giving some sort of idea of numbers. And they look very promising. I don't think they beat it, they say, but it gets quite up there. So it'd be definitely good to see that Intel with the Tiger Lake H processor. I think the Tiger Lake H processor seems to be more better for the 11th gen than actually the U series processor anyway in terms of performance. Definitely way better than the 10th gen Intel Core. That's a little bit lacking behind there. But if you've got a little bit of money, but it depends on what kind of applications you're using. Do you need the 11th gen or 10th gen will do fine you as well too. If you can save some money, go for the 10th gen. Like if you're just doing office productivity work, even like a half a millisecond or things just like for Excel, that's not going to make much of a difference, and you can get a better price. Go with the 10th gen anyway, just to, especially the cost savings as well too. Now I don't have my other power meter there. I'm going to try and put these on power meters just to see how well they run in terms of power, because I know businesses will probably looking at saving powers these days anyway, so trying to be more sustainable also anyway. So yeah, the other thing is the performance of the Tiger Lake H processor. They were also mentioning is that it gets very close to Verizon. Now I haven't seen the numbers, and I'm just going to avoid seeing the numbers because I was just listening to the podcast, but it will be interesting because once I get one in, I'll be definitely get to see the numbers myself anyway. So that's quite what I've been waiting for to hopefully get one of the new Tiger Lake H processors away. So be sweet there. Good on you, mate. G'day, Patrick. How are you doing? Thanks for joining me. It's good to see you joining me as well. What is your recommendation for the monitor size if you're using dual monitors? Go with 27, mate. I think 27s are good. If you don't need the 4K, go to the 2K. I think it's fantastic going to 227. If you're doing dual, 227, 2Ks seems to be a very nice size, depending on what you're also doing. But I think 2Ks are better. 4Ks, you're getting a little bit too, even if you can do 4K, I think it's more about the text sizing than anything else. And 2K, it seems to be a nice size. It also keep the cost down as well. But I've been using the 34. I've got a 34 here, and I'm loving the 34 more than 227s in a way. Just widescreen, and don't have that bezel in the middle. I think you find that actually 34 these days is coming down quite a lot in price. I think you actually might find you might even get might even be cheaper than 227s anyway. So definitely look at even the 34s anyway. So, and I haven't done the actual review for the 34, the C34 from Dell, but that one there is very well priced as well. It's got a webcam and Teams built into it, but I haven't actually done a review. I don't know if I got time to actually do the review for it, but it's definitely a decent monitor. If not, look at the just normal C34 series. 34 inches in a way too. They're fantastic way. Let's have a look. Looks like you had a good time with that desktop. Yeah, I had a bit of a good time with this desktop. I think we just kind of just do the preliminary just to show you what's in there, and then I will be doing the tests later on because we're gonna have to fire this thing up for that anyway. So I'll do the benchmarks for this as well too, but just to have a look at the heat there. Right. So this is a 10th generation. There is an Intel 11th generation available. Like I said earlier, they do have i3, i5, and i7 and i9. 11th gen available on this, so they've actually got 2 generations available for this one here. That's kind of cool, sweet. Nice to see in a product that actually has 2 generations because you can get different pricing for it as well too. So it's good to see. Patrick, at least we're not in Melbourne. That's correct. I feel sorry for these guys in Melbourne. They're back in lockdown, and let's hope that snap lockdown is only going to be all they need is 7 days anyway. So I've got a lot of cousins down there, so I'm going to have to text them a few things, say hope you guys are doing well anyway. So our hearts goes to you, and hopefully that well, is it 1 or 2 clusters? I'm not sure. I haven't been reading the news anyway. I've been trying to. I see the COVID's. Oh no, not again. So I do wish them the best, and hopefully they don't get too many cases, and he just gets contact tracings. They're doing a fantastic job, and I hope they actually do a great job in keeping things down, and the numbers keep dwindling down anyway. So our hearts goes out to you, and our thoughts goes out to you guys anyway. So I know we don't want lockdowns at all anyway. So yeah. All right. We do enjoy your weekend. Thanks for, if you're heading off, Oliver, thanks for joining me, and thanks for dropping by, mate. Jim, are you going to do a live stream tomorrow? I don't, tomorrow. I don't know about tomorrow, mate. It's a weekend, which is Saturday. I'm more than likely will be filming than anything else. I don't normally do 2 live streams. It's just only because I've got this computer here. I thought I might just do a live stream for this unboxing rather than actually do a filming for it because I just started to run out of time anyway, so yeah. But normally I try to do a live stream once a week, and that's usually on Wednesday. For me, here in Australian time, it's about 9 p.m. Hopefully it'll pop up. It's around about this sort of time here, but just on Wednesday nights anyway. So yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah, not about price, but practically it's so is 134 better than 227. That's interesting. Yes, I find 134 seems to be nicer than 227s. For me, that's what I find. Just not having a bezel is great. And then, like you said, I use the Windows snapping tool. So, and there's also the Dell Manager, Dell Display Manager, which also you can do the quick hotspots for different applications as well too very quickly. So you can, if you want, you can actually manage different sort of spacings as well too. So if you really want to, so I find that 34 is a little bit more enjoyable to use than actually 227s in a way. I did have 227s, and now I'm just loving going back to a single display. Now I also was a Mac person as well too. So along with the Mac person, I only use a single display for a lot of times, and use basically mission control, do everything, or what we used to call spaces anyway. So now these days I don't really need to really use it. I know Windows have got it. I don't really use it much on Windows anyway. But once you got the 34, you can pretty much concentrate on one task. And if you need to do side-by-side views, you can do that if you really, because it's actually as if you got 224s really. But it's just nice not having the bezel there. And then sometimes when you're especially doing spreadsheets, you can stretch it across really nicely. So I find the 34s a little bit more enjoyable to use and more multitaskable at all than 227s. And I hope that helps you out there, Patrick. But if you do, have a look at it, have a play with the 34, and you may find you might enjoy it. I definitely enjoyed my experience on the 34s, and I'm thinking about getting another 34 anyway. So yeah. Jim, love your viewers and I love your lives and viewers. Thank you very much for Jim. All right, now if any of you guys got any questions, shoot them out. If not, I might just call it a night, and you guys have a fantastic weekend. And we'll just hopefully catch you guys in the next video. And hopefully, I think the next video I'm going to try and get up is the Dell Latitude 5420. I'm just catching up with that one there. I forgot about that one there. So I've definitely got to put that one out. And I know I've got a request to remind myself to do the Dell Latitude 7320 as well. That's a clamshell one. I forgot, I actually missed that one there. I thought I did do that one there. But I don't expect it to be any more different to the Latitude 7420. But the detachable 7320, that would definitely be different compared to the 7320 clamshell. But at least that gives me a starting point, so I can actually do the comparison between the two in a way. But it's really interesting they share the same name. It's just have one called detachable. I think it would have been nice if they actually called it something else, a different model number than anything else. Anyway. Awesome. No, is that? If not, thank you very much for joining me, and hopefully you guys have a fantastic weekend and a good night, and also stay safe and sound and healthy, guys. Catch you guys later, mate. See ya.